Okay, so jumping right into it, while there's a lot of things that make different genres unique, like the type of instruments used, their song structure, lyrics, etc., most genres actually share the same basic elements, and that's usually some chords, bass, melody, and drums. So the point of this video mostly is just to show some shared as well as unique features between different electronic music genres that you can make on really any synthesizer, groovebox, drum machine setup, which can hopefully help you experiment in different genres faster than before, or maybe even change between different genres in a live set scenario. So in my opinion, usually the two most defining elements of a genre are its tempo and its drum pattern. I'm going to give an example here, starting off with the hip hop beat at 85 beats per minute. So now we have a really simple hip hop beat. The hi-hat was programmed every 8th note. We have a kick and snare. I'm going to add some basic chords right now. This is just the 4th chord of C major. And that's the 1st chord, C major. And the bass is just going to follow the root note. Just that sustained bass. So now we have already the basis of a track. I'm going to add a little melody, because why not? And the final part of the track is a shaker that I'm going to add quickly here. Okay, so now we basically have the basis of our hip hop track, and let's see what happens if we raise the tempo. And also change up the hi-hat pattern just a little bit. So now we have kind of like this breakbeat two-step kind of vibe going on, electronic dance style. If we increase that, now we have like a drum and bass track. Right, so now let's bring the tempo back down. Let's save these drum patterns. Now, if we want to make this into a house track, since we're at that tempo now, put the 4 on the floor kick, put the hi-hat on every offbeat, and now we're in house music territory. Make the hi-hat a little bit more prominent. Cool, right? And we can play around with other genres as well if we want to shift that hi-hat a bit over and take out some kicks. Now we're a little bit more into like reggaeton or Afro House kind of vibe. Let's go back to house. 4 on the floor kick. And of course what you can do also is take out all the drums, lower the tempo a lot, and now you kind of just have like this ambient, chill meditation vibe, right? Play with the modulation of the synth a bit. So let's go, and now, okay, so the last thing I want to show is playing around with bass lines as well, which is another really good way to get distinct feel within certain genres. So what I'm going to do here now is just sidechain the bass really heavily and make it a little more prominent. And at this genre, now we kind of have like a Synthwave type track going on with a different bass line. Now let's go a little bit faster. Let's sidechain the chords as well. And now because we have like this more prominent bass, this is a little bit more like techno territory here. So let's say from a techno track, now I want to make it into more of a house bass line. What I can do is just make it a really classic house bass line now. Program that in. Right, just these really simple bass lines that work. So I'm actually going to save that, and then I'm going to bring back in my drum and bass patterns that I have saved on these tracks. I'm going to make this bass line a little bit more conducive to drum and bass, a little bit less syncopated than the house bass line that I had. So now what we have is a drum and bass style, kind of more bass line and drum pattern here, while the house, more the housey vibe, is on these patterns. So I can just switch back and forth now between these genres in the live set. So there's lots of things you can explore